back with another what if video, and this is for what if what if Deku had sun breathing. Let's get into it. Of course, I'm trying to reduce the sound of the way how I hold my device and for recording and all that. So if you have any songs, probably just I need what if you guys like but don't like any what ifs. I'm really open to doing any of your what ifs. I'm being serious. If I get a comment of saying, what if that, I will do it. I'm being serious. I'm taking any of y'all's suggestions. I'll make a list. If there's multiple, I'll make a whole list if I have to be honest. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Last time we left off was Aizawa was going to start teaching the class finally. He would have then explained that we are not going to the auditorium for the school's whatever dumb thing in his mind. We are going to outside for quirk assessment because he's not trying to sit in a whole auditorium for how long. The class would have been kind of down by this, but they would have been okay with it in a way. So then, they would have told them to he would have told them all to head outside as it's time to see what they can really do. Because Deku had a quirk support item, he was somewhat able to do the ball throw, but like he couldn't just do it. He couldn't throw it. All right. I still haven't thought about it. I still haven't thought about if it should be like a quirk, and then him using the fire skills, sun skills, or not. That's what I need you guys to comment down below, because I can't just think of everything on myself. That's why I need you as a fan base when you watching my videos to help me out too. So, Deku and Bakugo would have won. Reason, Deku's not overpowered as you guys would really think. Now, you have to think about it. Of course, Deku can just hit it up into the sky with his sword and all that. He can always just use the dragon and all that. But, he's watching, so he can't just really show off a bunch of his power like that. And it'll cause a ruckus anyways, too. So then, basically, time goes by, and the school day ends, of course. Now we just skip to the next day. They went in classroom, yada yada yada, and All Might busts through the room, of course. I'm here, All Might. Oh my god, you got All Might, bruh. All Might's teaching our class? Let's go. Yes, let's go. All Might would explain to them that they're going to a little facility, of course, to see how their quirks would be used in a combat situation, of course. So then, they'll get on their hero suits and go over to this facility of theirs. They'll then explain that there would be two teams. There would have been the hero team and the villain team. The hero team's objective is to go and touch the bomb, and the villain team's objective is to stop the heroes from touching the bomb at all costs. Now, the teams that would have been selected would be Todoroki Bakugo for the villain team, and Uraraka and Midoriya for the hero team. And so, on All Might's, well, I was gonna say a word, but dang it. When All Might said start Bakugo, he basically started blasting, rushing over with unused sweat, trying to get his way over to Deku. Deku, with his breathing, he's also worked on his heightened sense, basically, so he can hear the blasting coming from really far away. So Uraraka and Deku would go to another place, camping out, waiting for Bakugo to burst through a wall just for him to go to the other one, so they can leave. After Bakugo realizing that he's not there, he would realize that he's being smart, huh? Alright then, I'll blow this place to smithereens. He then put his arms together and create a huge sweat explosion, revealing their location. Bakugo would then start flying over to them with Todoroki on an ice path, so like like ice surfing, like silver surf, whatever, dude. That's basically what he's doing right now. Both rushing over towards Deku and them. Deku would use the sun breathing, to make sort of a wall of protection, of course, blocking them out of the way. And so then, he would have asked Uraraka to use her gravitation quirk on him. She would have asked why, but because Deku's big brain, he would easily explain the plan to her. The plan is for her to use the floating ability on him, for him to jump off the wall and do a fire wheel, being able to get enough velocity to hit them both. And because sun breathing is really hot, they'll be able to do it. And now he'll be able to float in the air, so he'll be able to do some other attacks too, combining them into make one decent, really good attack. Uraraka, she would have been completely done with his plan and fully ready to go. Bakugo and Todoroki were also making their own plan while waiting for the time to properly strike, because of Todoroki stopping Bakugo. They would have also had their own plan, but Deku, after pulling down the sun wall for a bit, he would do a fake rainbow move that he learned from the scrolls. It's basically a technique to avoid any incoming attacks at high speeds, in a rotation after images that work on the enemy, if they don't have good vision, of course. It would have been after image after image. People would have been shocked. Then Deku would be appeared behind them, bouncing off one of the structured walls and doing a fire wheel, hitting both of them. While that was happening, Uraraka was running over towards the bomb. And then Todoroki, he would have saw this, trying to rush over, but Deku, he would stop him doing a sunflower thrust, a single attack that would thrust the opponent with a blade. But he wouldn't thrust the sword through him. That's straight murder. He would thrust the sword through him, well, not through him, but thrust the sword into his side to knock him into a wall, receiving some burn damage, of course. Bakugo, about to explode Deku in the face. He would have just then doing his basic dang it, I just said it earlier too. He would do another after image with the fake rainbow, appearing behind him and doing that thing, and basically reenacting the vanishing Rasengan, if you catch my drift. Ahaha. Like what Minato did. That's basically what he did. Bakugo would have been retired. Well, basically, if you're not Josephine, you know what that means. Basically, he's out of the match. He's completely soaked. Well, he's tired. He's out. He's defeated. It'll all be up for Todoroki next. Todoroki, trying to at least get an advantage on the battlefield somewhat, would make an ice sword, and then he would engage his combat with Deku. Todoroki has has never actually used a sword, but he's flinging it around in certain locations, trying to at least get a grip. He's able to move the sword around in different angles and be able to hold it in different ways because of the ice, so he can just put a part on it and then boom. So it's kind of hard for Deku, but Deku's able to use one of his moves and slice through it. He didn't make his sword into like a saber, whatever. Todoroki would then send these ice pillars roaring at Deku, of course. But Deku's sword has already been blazing hot like it's a lightsaber. He would easily cut through them and try to do a fake rainbow, but then the timer would ring. All Might would say into the speaker, Uraraka has captured the bomb. Team Heroes win! Todoroki would have been absolutely tired and fallen to the floor unconscious. Bakugo would have gotten up, after rubble fell on his head. Be like, did we win? No, Bakugo, you didn't. Damn it, Deku! Stronger, if I don't get stronger, I can't beat you. Stepping stone in my path. The more you say that, the more I get stronger. And the more I beat you, the more you lose confidence. You'll never learn, will you, huh? Anyways, so then they would have left. What's her name? Momo would congratulate them on their teamwork, even though it wasn't used that much. It was at least good for the first half. A couple of weeks later, the school gets, 1A gets ready to go on a field trip to the USJ. The USJ is a quirk facility used to train your quirks in different stages of obstacles like burning buildings or in the water situation. Now, during the USJ, Deku would have gotten a slight feeling that someone was surveying the area, but as he looked around, this person disappeared. Not sure what it was, but it felt like he heard a sound of something closing. Strange, but thought of it as just nothing. People can be using their quirks inside their houses anyways. So then, they head inside to the USJ. Whatever her name is, would then start explaining how quirks can be dangerous depending on the ways you use them, of course. And using them in certain ways can lead to damage. Now, this test but then she would have gotten cut off by the same sound Deku heard earlier. And it was a portal. Multiple of them. These portals would open up in a straight, not like a straight line, but you get the point. These portals would all just open up out of nowhere, and they were from villains, criminals, thugs, you name it. People were shocked, but there's only two people that really stand out. The person that opened the portal and some guy with hands. People have said that this is to be the successor or something like that to All For One. Some people were shocked, some people were confused, some people were puzzled, some people were scared. But the person with the hands on his face said, "Where's All Might? They said he'll be here. Didn't the scout say that he's probably here?" No, it's that kid over there. He saw the scout, so he had to retreat. Damn it. Alright, then. We'll force All Might out of here. The kids would have been scared for themselves as the villains would start rushing at them. But a bunch of portals would appear, sending the villains and the heroes and the teachers all into different directions. But Deku would avoid this portal, being able to head somewhere else. Well, not head somewhere else, but able to stay with Azawa. I keep pronouncing his name, but I keep butchering his name. But he would he would see Azawa and all that, getting ready to fight the villains that were there. The villains would launch themselves over to, of course, Deku and them. The remaining people, this Azawa, teacher, and Deku, they would have launched themselves into them, of course, and they would have proceeded into battle. Azawa would tell Deku to try to get some help, as we really need it, but Deku would say that he's not that fast. But then he would see either running out of the mist with somebody else. I'm not good at names, so I'm just gonna say it's just some random classmate, alright? He would then tell Ida, you need to run back to the school building and get the pro heroes, get All Might. But, Ida, listen to me. I know we're not on good terms sometimes there and there, but You need to go and get the pro heroes now. This is no time for alright? These are villains, dangerous ones. We're in a real situation now. Get the pro heroes. Ida would listen to Deku's advice and burst through the doors with the help of Deku. Deku would have done a fire wheel, being able to basically burn through the door, cutting a path opening for Ida for him to easily run out. Total the hand man. I'm just gonna say because nobody really knows his name. No, I'm serious. Shigaraki would have been pissed, knowing that one of the students escaped, but that wouldn't matter. Shigaraki would then send out the Nomu after Aizawa, as he's been taking down the villains. Deku would have seen this Nomu, be like, what the heck is that thing? He would then see the Nomu run over at Aizawa at shocking speeds, crushing his head into the floor and throwing him like a ragdoll. Deku would have to come with a fire wheel, then mixing that with a rising sun. I should explain the tactic just so you guys know. It's a technique that it's in a 2 horizontal slashes, slashing the arms off of the Nobu, but it would regenerate. Deku would decide, alright then, this is something that I need, a challenge. Finally to test my skills. Arigato, do-san. And so then, Deku, he would have unsheathed his blade once again, with someone recording in the background, of course. This would have been none other than, I didn't thought of it, but like I just wanted someone to record the video of Deku taking on one of these things, you know. Deku gotta be a clout chaser. Whatever. Someone would have been recording in the background, watching Deku's fight. Deku would unsheath his blade. His blade would turn into a hot, red, glowing state of basic fire. He would then start doing a dance and then launch himself, doing a fake rainbow, a bunch of after images, launching himself down onto the Nomu, doing a slice cut through him, then slicing up into bits and pieces. It would then regenerate, but next time he tried to hit him, it would have been shock back to hit. Deku would have been like, shock explosion. He's tanking my attacks now. Alright then. He would then do a fake rainbow. After doing the fake rainbow, he would then do a flame dance. The 2-strike combo that starts with a vertical slash and then a horizontal one on the right after. He would then do a flame dance, launching him at the Nobu. As after his shock absorption would go off, he would take the attack, but then Deku would perform the Dragon Sun Halo dance. You're a tough opponent, huh? Let's see if you can deal with my ultimate move, the Dragon Sun Halo dance. He would launch this dragon into the air like a Shenron flowing into the sky being summoned by the Dragon Balls. And then this dragon would launch down at almost like light speed, at enormous speeds, launching down to the Nomu, exploding it. A big shockwave would engulf the area, sending people flying, even the camera that the person was holding. And so then Uraraka would have grabbed back onto his camera, of course, and then kept recording. As then Deku would then go up to the Nomu and chop its head off. After that, quickly moving so fast, he chopped into bits and pieces, and it all burned up into ash. Shigaraki with it. We need to go now. Get the remaining villains. We gotta go now. This kid killed a Nomu. That was me for All Might. We have to go now. So then, Shigaraki and some of the villains would have dipped. The pro heroes would arrive, seeing the aftermath and taking out some of the villains that were still there, that were fighting the students, of course. And so then, Uraraka would have then posted the video onto her feed, Instagram, and all that. After, they all got outside. Uraraka's phone have then started exploding like crazy. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. One of the top top search result, top search result, number one on trending in the whole world. Well, Japan, of course, but like, yeah, number one trending. People around the world have seen this. They've seen Shigaraki even say this was made for This was made for All Might. This kid was able to fight him. What? Need to go now. The whole world would have seen this extraordinary kid's power. Deku would have gone home that same day, only to find out that his father has passed on. He would have then cried for a brief moment, but known that even though he died, he still had left something for him that he's still able to mourn and keep to himself. So then, that's what he did. He spent all day learning, trying to figure out, and to master all these skills, even the 13th form. He'd have been able to get all of them, but unable to fully master the 13th form. If he does it, he does cut himself a bit, burning himself, but he is still able to do it. He's practiced the flame dance every day, but after one day when he's practicing the ritual dance, at his house, of course, the media will start bombarding his door. Like, you're the villain, you're the new kid here or whatever, you're the hero in training. I was able to take down the Nomu, whatever. I was supposed to be fighting All Might. That's crazy. Not only figure out the chakras or had in regeneration. That's crazy. And that's so powerful. My goodness. We need to know, what did you do just now? The power. How were you able to defeat it? They would have kept bombarding his doorstep until pro heroes would have to arrive, getting the media to go away. These pro heroes would have been the school principal. I'm not sure, but no, the school principal, All Might, Aizawa, and some other heroes that are actually relevant to the story in a way would have been there. Even some agents, you can say, even Endeavor. They would have all been there to basically explain why you're getting bombarded in the situation that's happening with you right now. Deku. Ever since a video uploaded by Uraraka of you taking on this being that was made for All Might, it's been skyrocketing across the world. Not only you were able to figure out that it had some type of instant regeneration, but it also had chakra absorbent. You were able to use your power to your own advantage, going all out. Not only that, being able to save Aizawa, that almost got his face completely smashed into the ground. You've been awarded with a medal, of course, because we can't make you a pro hero instantly. We have awarded you with a medal, and we are also sorry for your father's passing, as this will probably make you cheer up better in any way or shape or form, whatever. We don't care, but like, yeah, here you go, take it, bye. Deku would have taken this reward and basically kind of, kept it where he go. Deku would have now, whenever he'd go outside to get something or anything like that, he would have been bombarded by fans, people everywhere. Just like, wow, this is the little kid that it would take down the being that was supposed to be for All Might. Crazy. Can I get your autograph? This would have been going around everywhere. Deku would have kind of got pretty annoyed by it, not gonna lie. But one day, he's just walking by, and all he can really see in the city, just that mountain lady, some other heroes and all that. It was crazy. Like, someone must have paid so many ads for it. A bunch of pro heroes on ads and all that. Of course, it's not really a big deal, but he wouldn't really mind it that much, of course. But then he would have gotten pulled into an alleyway. Deku would have been confused and shocked actually. He then see it's a man with a kind of like a red headband or whatever. He would have then saw this man and be like, "Who are you?" "My name is Stain. I'm an All Might fan, you can say, but I'm technically a villain. Before you want to do anything, hear me out. You're such a good you were able to take down the B-Notes for All Might. Not only that, you believe in the true will of a hero. I can see it. You're not just one of those commercial heroes that become a hero just for the money and fame and all that, the clout chasing. I can see it. Why don't you join my ideology?" My ideology, well, of course, is to kill all the fake heroes, as we don't want a society where you're only being a hero just for the money. Just for the money, not for the people. Only protecting for the money. That's not what a hero is. A hero is someone supposed to rise up to the action. They're supposed to rise up to action when there's a problem. Not just someone that's supposed to do it just because it's their job. It's because they're supposed to. That's what a hero is. You might try to capture me on point, so I'll give you time to think about this. Deku, taking in this information, would have like his brain would basically explode. How he never really thought about it, how people would have became hero just for the money. So the next day at school, he would have been asking around, "Hey, Uraraka, yeah? So, question. Oh no, I should fix this up. Hey, Uraraka, yeah, Deku? Oh, if it's about the video, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, I just wanted to upload it. No, it's not about that, but question. Why did you become a hero?" "Oh, I became a hero just because, kind of like the fame and money, help my mom and dad and all that." "What about everybody else, though?" "Yeah, of course I'm going to be helping everybody else at the same time, but I'm going to become a hero for the money and help my parents and all that with my financial issues and all that. I'm still going to be helping the process anyways." "Huh. Alright." He'll have gone around and gone around. Baku would have seen this, be like, "Oi, Deku, what are you up to? You keep going around the school asking people why are they becoming heroes." Of course, some people had an actual honest response, and some people were just flat out saying for money. But why are you doing this? I don't feel like I have to even ask you why you want to become a hero. But, because, we both have the same goal, to surpass All Might. And you're my rival, Kanchan. There's something popped up, and I just felt like I had to ask this question to everybody. Like, you ever just think about it? How we have all these fake heroes that are just doing it for the money? They only care about themselves or anybody else. Mostly, they only do it for their job. Deku, I never knew you would really think like this, but you're right. I'm not gonna lie. But that's not besides the point. Think about it. Fake heroes out there on the streets, only doing it for the money and not for the people. That's total BS. Why are they not? They're only doing it for the money? A hero's home was supposed to be out there, standing basically bright as a symbol of peace like All Might, and not someone that's just a lazy slob that's only doing it as a job. Kanchan, I hope you take this to heart, as you'll find this as a revelation as what happened to me. And that's all for today. Please like, subscribe, and yeah, thanks for watching.